Welcome to Where the Demons Looks, the new series. So sit back and enjoy. Blue light tears a hole through the middle of the office room. The demic light characterizes the countless books held against the walls, tomes that had surely outlived the duties of many a demon lord. Though for all the secrets and worlds kept between their paces, you had seen enough of them. The light whips apart further as you step out into an otherwise fairly rugged room. A glass bookshelf to your left is bathed in wood, whose light reflecting your figure. It horns the little-ish blue frames over your head did not already give away you're a demon. Reaching the edge of the desk, you dropped your hand against the hardwood and dragged it along the surface until you take a seat behind the table. Today you begin your risen over the spawns of the underworld as almighty judgment world sinners. Today you will make a mark on the world. Another portal opens up in the middle of the office. The family poster demigut mouth sticks out first, eventually followed by a dark, bullish figure you know as Vindrick, the right-hand demon of every single demon lord thus far in the forest. His shirt is so primarily tucked into his pants, you wonder how long he spends checking himself out in the mirror every morning. The demon slowly guts with his slightly raised chin exchanged. If you didn't know better, you'd think he owned this place, coming to the room with his eons of experience. The sponsor you place as the demon lord, you can't help but notice that this demon is older, wise, and holds just as much power as you do. Congratulations, my lord, on your first day in the office. Today we'll be having an orientation. I went ahead and got your name and card ready. Please check if your name is spelled correctly, my lord. All you have to do is think of your name and the ink will satisfy. Please don't turn it into subvertful face like you did in your youth. But the politely demon hands you a small piece of plastic. On top there's a title, Demon Lord's Prohibition. The black ink glows in white sulfur upon the name card. Exit. Now we have a lot of ground to cover. Brandon snaps his fingers and Lars feels labeled Demon Lord. Exit appears his hand. The fire looks big enough to classify as a weapon. You feel sick to some by a mere sight of it. Benedict, is this really necessary? I basically spent half my life around here. Yes, and the other half on Earth, where you should have been studying our rules and regulations. Am I going to getting sass from you entire time we're working together? Don't you think I'm the boss now, right? Forgive me, my lord. It's just that there's so much online, and I must ensure that, as your right-hand name in the underworlds affairs run smoothly. After all, your father left his greatest legacy to you, the kingdom and all its inhabitants. Your shoulders fell from the weight of Venger's words. Yeah, he did a lot for the underworld. That's why I want to get straight to it. I got big plans for the underworld. You know, think. You get a think tank going on with other channels. Maybe pick their brains about what they think needs improving. Fenty rubs his forehead and frowns. While all due respect, the underworld got to where it's after of the maintenance work by your father. I saw all the dames are fine with how things are, so you don't need to rush and start changing things up. Just maintain the peace it's already good work. No, I disagree. The underworld is great and all, but there's always room for upgrade. Isn't the part of keeping the underworld running well too? Either way, the other generals are already scheduled to meet you after orientation and give them personal preference on their job scopes. That sounds stuffy. In that way, things have been during your father's time. That's not how we attend all recruits. Just be glad you get the live persons, not the pre-recorded ones. I don't want to come off one of those snooty bosses that hides behind his desk all the time. It'd be great to meet the generals in person and slow them down, reliable and impossible. Might I remind you, my lord, it's a workplace, not a social club. And let me remind you who's wearing the Demon's Lord's name tag. Raises a finger to relate, but pulls it back down slightly. But to you, he always frowning. Very well, I will inform them that you will be visiting and that they are to gain the full extent of their work. Briefly, yes, briefly, but please consider the consequences of your actions, my lord, before you do them. Now let's begin the orientation. Do you remember what form BTK-94 is for? I want to say a total damage report. No, a place that should be on fire. It's not. Fire report. Let us review. You struggle to pay attention to Finn's Luxor. You find yourself staring at the floor, thinking about the next video game you want to get on a. Of course, each time you caught not paying attention, Virgo was to slap the table loudly with his tail to bring you back to incursion at hand. He also goes into long about his role as chief security, how his forces prologue the algorithm to maintain order, boring documents to fill out daily basis to do so. Finn has finished his spiral and midnight policy document. All you want to do is get out of the office, stop meeting your crew. Your portal opens up. Anyways, walks up, touches one of many offices for that compares the never-ending soul-crushing depths of the underworld. Bright round orbs of light hovering in the sky high, staring and illuminating the incense. The space can be lent to a hangar filled room with containers and machines. Large, powerful air vents stand where one would expect windows to reside, but then again, there is nothing that is special to see in the underworld, at least for you. As you walk towards the demon cat standing over his workbench you recall your youth. You visited this workplace 7 times while growing up. Mariner would always give you the newest toy he had created, which we regularly ended up with him recreating a airport from your father. When you were older, you learned that the toys are actually experimental weapons. Still, you found Amara to be amusing, and now you have a chance to know him on professional and personal level. Small spider-shaped robots scurry around the workshop carrying pieces of metal wires. Other technology you do not recognize. They are working to organize materials in the many large cable nets that line the workshop walls. The cat demon has yet noticed your presence. Instead, he hands deep in the back of what looks like a modified frizz. He yanks random wires from the machine, his tensing arms full above him to take note. The sleek appearance of the magazine infrared metal always catches your eye, not other demons and underworld professors such a device, and only Amaro knows how to work them. You tap Amaros on the shoulder. Hey, what are you doing? Ah, and Ginger. The spider boats all turn to you, the multiple hum of their batters charging electricity throughout the warehouse. Amara, it's me. You waved to the demon general with a laid-back smile. Oh lord, retract kill command. A loud piece echoes through the workshop, and the spider boats return to their own original task. I'm surprised to see you here already, my lord. One of his floating arms tears off the note it was wearing earlier and reads itself rolling down something new. Didn't Vince send out a memo that I'm coming over? Did he? I've been so busy working on my investigation, I haven't checked my mail. Well, I'm just visiting the journals to get to know you guys since it's my first day and all. I want to know what makes you guys tick, so to speak. I see if my lords want to know about me, I have space right now. The space specifies a large screen decides from the ceiling and turns itself on. It shows what it looks like like a broken body. As you can see, I'm made of 100% carbon, 5% Dominic image, 5% mystic metal, facing on a diet of lemon, soda, and fish stacks. In terms of replacement, I have. Well, hold it. I didn't literally mean what you made of. I want to talk and pick your brain a little about your job. Would you like me to display the context on my brain for you, my lord? I can get a machine to show you the shape of my brain little time. Weak smaller forms on your face. Okay, Mary, let's start over. What are you working on there? Ah, yes, I recall earlier asking my recruiter was wanting in that I should cast if it was. So performing full docs analysis to see if my quiz had gained ability 1 and to investigate what content gave it the new ability. Remember that was a prank call, someone was just trying to trick you. Oh, so my fizz didn't learn to run yet? His jaw drooped upon hearing the truth. I mean, you could make it happen if you want to. Yeah, I could make it one after shells trap them a black hole that sends them back into a never-ending cycle of wanting and getting trapped. He folding arms act fast, jolting down his thoughts. You reach the general bounces back to you so quickly. Got to say you have a lot of stuff here. Yes, I need them to fix all the toaster machines we use, since souls tend to become chemist to the toaster over time. We need to change their helpless experience every so often. Our theory sounds like that would take up a lot of wish and effort. It does, which is why I came up with an idea, as you know already have. Project memory of souls. So what if every few hours we remove the soul most recent memory so that soul doesn't remember the experience of its torso? Then we can recycle the torso method. Exactly. So why aren't you doing it then? I'm in the pursuit with the resource company, but it's been stuck in the pinning phase for over 100 years. I just need to test a boundary type somewhere. I might be able to help. What if I gain permission to test it with a few cells in physical punishment zone? Really, that's all I would need to get started. Then we have a plan I put in through after I'm done with my visit. I must get back and check on the device. If you excuse me, my lord. Gives you what precision bell and rushes towards many cabinets to find his next machine. Just right time you open the portal, head over to visit forces. What does it say? Oh. Okay, you step in the bright-lit break room. Smell of coffee and baked goods that used to be echo lingers in the air. On the left of the room is a table holds instant mixes, caramels, and sugars that workers use. The table itself is themed with telltale ring marks of many drinks that would created upon it. You are drawn to back, but small pepper, the kind you have smelt so often in Forrest's home. Back then, you would train your combat skills with him on the weekends. At the end of the long day, he would make a big feast and incorporate his own blend of signature peppers for you and his great siblings. You find Walter Demon lounging on the beat, looking softly while squeezing a hand grip. Foster's. Yes, boss, get over here. Get over here. Foster's volume. Oops, my bad there, boss. Wait, can I tell you, boss, or prefer call you my lord like everyone else? Either way, it's fine, Foster. You don't have to go change it for me, just I got a new job. Heck yeah, boss, it is then. Now that title for some with power. So what's made you want to have this face-to-face meeting? I figured it would be the best way to get off the white foot while I introduce myself to you guys as a new demon lord. Well, look at you being so thoughtful. So for formality's sake, what do you normally do around here? I know you won physical torso, but I bet there's more to it than just that. Heck yeah, there's more to do it. I just won a team torso demons. That means coming up with new torso techniques and planning out the work schedule. So much stuff, can't keep busy. We demons may be tough, but wear and tear happens if you keep pushing your team yourself too hard. Besides, you can't grow muscles without rest. Makes sense. As the second oldest general out of a lot of them, you got any ideas proving your work? Heck yeah, I recommend we start everyone on protein only diet. Come on now, serious. Then you got to keep training. Me? Forrest to stop his foot on hardwood floor. You can't let a cussy child on your ball of fluff. Forrest volume. Forrest cups. Wait, don't think you understand any lore to you out here long lived love alone. We're all demons. Creatures born from chaos to management chaos. Then the reason demons serve the demon lord is because they know he is the strongest there is in here. They start showing weakness, someone's going to get why they can take your place. That's why I'm gonna doing this. If I show I can make the underworld better, they know I'm just capable as Paul. You will be. You got to believe in your mind's muscle. Huh? Just believe. Okay, I believe you am. Moving on, maybe you be interested in wanting the idea I have of the underworld to the people on Earth.
Self-voicing disabled.
Like wanting those old dream ads. Now those won't work. People don't talk dreams that serious anymore. I'm thinking of spinning fair about a public underworld using the internet. You can do that with the internet? Well, yeah. What do you use it for? Stuff. Does Furry know about this? I'll let him know later. It's just one perks of my persistence. Okay, then I have to think up an idea for the video, and I asked Noah's about helping you out. Well, with that being said, guys, I have to end this episode here, and thank you for watching, and I will catch you in the next episode, and goodbye.